In this video, I am going to show you what you need to realize in order for you to detach. Not only detachment from people, but also detachment from situations. First of all, if you are attached to something, if you are attached to a person, if you are attached to a situation, that thing controls you. That person, that situation can make you feel any type of way. If they do not text you, they can make you feel unhappy. And the same way, if they do give you attention, they can make you feel happy. But that means that you're completely powerless over yourself and your own emotions. Also, if attached to something that might have happened in the past and that's the only thing you hang on to, then you can also not move on in your life. So in order, we need to completely detach and we need to realize a lot of things. You need to realize that when you're attached to something, you are operating from your ego. I read this book recently. It's from Gabrielle Weinstein, Spirit Junkie. And in this book, she was kind of talking about detachment. She basically said our true essence is love. So we are love. When a baby is born, a baby is just like joyful and happy about life. A baby doesn't hate themselves. But when we get older, our ego starts, we also become attached to people and we idolize them, or we idolize a certain lifestyle. You have to realize that this is your ego. This is not you, and this is not your true essence. This is not your love. If we were thinking from a love standpoint, we would believe that we can have everything we want and we can create anything we want and we can be with the person we want. Because we have that self-love, and when you have that self-love inside of you, when you're not controlled by your ego, then you attract also everything. You would not get attached to someone or something because you know that you have abundance in your life. You know that whatever you want would come for you regardless. But our ego makes us believe that we're not good enough. But if you put yourself and that person that you idolize in a situation where, for example, you guys are in a plane crash together and the plane is falling down, do you think that other person is special? No, you wouldn't look at them that way. You would literally just be fearing. I have said this multiple times. I bleed, you will bleed. I leave this earth, you will leave this earth. And another way we get attached, especially in a relationship, is because we think like, oh no, I will never find anyone like that again. But see, that's why you are in this lack mindset. You think that you cannot have more. And that's the issue. Because I, for example, in my relationship, I know that right now what we have, it's very nice, it's very good, but I'm not attached to my partner like that. If I give my partner the power to make me happy or unhappy, then I'm so powerless. It all depends on me. I can make myself happy. I can make myself fulfilled. And whatever he gives me is just extra. That person is meant to be in your life. Whether it was a good relationship or it was not a good relationship, that person was meant to be there to elevate you. And it will always be elevating you. There is nothing bad about it. Even though it was a bad relationship, you became wiser because of it. You learned a lot about yourself and about other people. And that person was meant to teach you that. When these people come into your life, do not look at it as like, what is this teaching me? What do I have to deal with that I didn't realize before? When this relationship ends, you did your purpose in his life, he did his purpose in your life. And then you guys were meant to separate. You need to stop creating fantasies about this situation, about this person. We as humans, we naturally like to fantasize, right? But if you start to do that, you can make this person into something or this situation into something that they're not. And after that, you get upset because you think, oh, why did they do that? Because you created a false fantasy in your head. But honey, they were never that person. You did that to yourself by creating this attachment. You have to go into situations thinking it just is what it is. Just go with the flow and don't try to create, oh, it has to be like this. No, that means that you're not living in the present moment. If you're not living in the present moment, you will never be appreciative of it. It will never be good enough for you. Get alive. I think people that are so attached to other people, I think these people have no life. Because how can you even have the time to constantly focus on someone else? If you're waiting on your phone, like, please text me, do you have nothing to do? If you don't have a life, get a hobby, get passionate about something, learn a new skill. Don't be constantly in your head. It's just desperate, it's unattractive. They're focusing on getting better. That way, if that person texts you, if they don't text you, you don't really care. They don't give you your worth because you define your worth already. You have to be willing to let go of past experiences. I had this thing with my past relationship. He would always help me with everything, and I was not willing to let go of him because it was comfortable. But I knew this relationship could not work out any longer, but I was so scared, and I was in my lack mindset. I was thinking, if I let go of him, then I will not have something like this anymore. So I had to create that detachment, and I had to have that faith that something better will come for me. And then that's when it all came. What is FOMO? FOMO means fear of missing out. And a friend of mine, she came over for New Year's and she asked me, Liz, do you ever get FOMO? No, I don't get FOMO. Do you get FOMO? And she's like, yeah, I get it all the time. Then I started to wonder, why is that? Why do I not get that? And why does she have that? She looks at Instagram people, this whole social media world. She sees their life. I make social media work for me. I do not work for social media. I do not check other Instagram accounts. I post my stuff. I do not read anything and I leave. In this way, I do not have a fear of missing out because I don't know what I'm missing out on. Because if I do start to constantly look at other people's lives, I will start to compare myself to them. I will go into a big panic mode. You get attached to a false reality of happiness because most of those people are also not happy. It comes from your personality. True value comes from your wisdom. True value is how you treat other people. The thing is, you have to realize you will never arrive to happiness. If you attach yourself to something and you think, if I have that, I will be happy. I used to have this mentality and was never happy. If anything, I got more depressed. Even though I had that thing that I wanted. The happiness you are searching for outside is already within you. The love you are searching for outside is already within you. Now, when I became detached from all of this, I can be happy. Right now, I'm standing in my kitchen. Thank you, God. Like, I'm happy just to be standing here. I'm happy that I can make a video for you guys. If you want to detach, you also have to realize that you will never leave you. You are the one person you will always have. In your life and in the hereafter, you will always have you. In the hard times, when you say nobody was there for me, the one person that was there was you. You were there for you. And that's why I say develop you more. Work on yourself more. Heal yourself. Look at the things that trigger you. Sit with yourself. Journal. Meditate. Go to therapy. Because once you're so evolved and secure within yourself, you're not afraid that anyone will leave you. You do not think that you're alone. Do this all in order to have detachment. You should realize that there will never be lack because you were put on this earth to be blessed and good things are meant to happen to you. Whoever leaves you, whenever you feel alone, you're never alone when you have yourself. And if you believe in God, you have God as well. Start focusing on you. Start evolving yourself to the best way possible. And honey, it will be so liberating because you don't need anyone to determine your value. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys learned something. Bye-bye.